Foods to avoid if you have high blood pressure. Hi friends, and welcome to Meaningful Living. I'm your host, and today we're going to talk about something incredibly important for our health, especially if you're over 50. We'll break down which foods are best to eliminate or significantly limit from your diet if you have high blood pressure. High blood pressure, or hypertension, is often called the silent killer. It can develop for years without noticeable symptoms, but it insidiously damages your blood vessels, increasing the risk of strokes and heart attacks. If you or your loved ones have dealt with this issue, you know how crucial it is to manage. And the first step toward that is your diet. Salt, the primary culprit. Let's start with the absolute basics. Salt. Generally, many people know that salt is bad for high blood pressure. But how bad is it really? According to the American Heart Association, most adults in the US consume significantly more salt than recommended, up to 3,400 milligrams per day, while the optimal maximum for overall health is 2,300 milligrams, and ideally, only 1,500 milligrams, especially for people with hypertension or an elevated risk. Think about that. We're often consuming more than double the ideal amount. The sodium in salt causes your body to retain water, which then increases blood volume and, consequently, the load on your blood vessels. It's like constantly increasing the pressure in a plumbing system. Sooner or later, it will give out. This extra volume makes your heart work much harder to pump blood through your body, leading to strain on your arteries. Over time, this constant high pressure can stiffen and narrow blood vessels, paving the way for serious conditions like heart disease, kidney disease, and even vision problems. It's especially important to be mindful of salt intake if you have a family history of cardiovascular disease. Genetics play a role, making some individuals more sensitive to sodium's effects, but lifestyle, including diet, can significantly alter your risks. Understanding this fundamental link between sodium and blood pressure is the first vital step to making healthier choices. So, let's look at specific foods that are hidden sources of salt and other substances that harm your blood vessels. Bread and baked goods. First on the list, and this might surprise you, is bread and baked goods. Yes, regular white bread. It might seem innocent, a staple in many American households, but a single slice of white bread can contain 100 to 200 milligrams of sodium. That doesn't sound like much on its own, but imagine how much bread we eat in a day. 2 slices for toast at breakfast, 2 more for a sandwich at lunch, maybe a dinner roll. Suddenly, you've added hundreds of milligrams of sodium to your diet unnoticed. And what about pizza? It's a true sodium bomb. Salt is in every ingredient. In the dough, the cheese, the sauce, the processed meats, and other toppings. Think about a typical slice of pepperoni pizza. It can easily pack 600 to 800 milligrams of sodium or more. The more toppings, the higher the sodium content. The same goes for many other baked goods sold in stores, from bagels to muffins to packaged pastries, which often use salt not just for flavor, but as a preservative and to affect dough texture. The convenience of these items often masks their high sodium load. What to do? This doesn't mean you have to give up bread entirely, but choose wisely. Look for whole grain bread with a low sodium content, often labeled no salt added or low sodium, which typically means less than 140 milligrams per serving. Even better, consider baking your own bread. This might seem difficult, but there are many simple recipes available that give you complete control over the amount of salt. When grocery shopping, take an extra moment to check the nutrition labels on all baked goods. You might be surprised by what you find. Fast food and sandwiches. Next up is fast food and sandwiches. These are go-to options for busy lives, but they are a major source of hidden sodium. Even if you try to make a healthy choice by ordering a veggie wrap, a grilled chicken sandwich, or a vegetarian burger, don't fool yourself. Practically all meals prepared outside the home, especially at fast food restaurants, contain elevated doses of sodium. This is because salt is used extensively to enhance flavor, preserve freshness, and create that addictive taste that keeps you coming back. And often, you don't even realize it. A single fast food meal can easily contain more than your entire daily recommended sodium intake. For instance, a typical fast food burger, fries, and a shake combo could easily exceed 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Most of the salt in our diet doesn't come from the salt shaker on our table but from these ready-to-eat meals, street food, processed foods, and snacks on the go. It's convenient, I agree, but that convenience comes at a significant cost to your heart health. What to do? The best strategy is to prioritize cooking at home. This gives you complete control over the ingredients, including the amount of salt you use. When you prepare meals from scratch, you can replace sodium with flavorful herbs, spices, and fresh ingredients. If you do eat out, make it a point to be proactive. Ask about low-sodium options or specifically request that your meal be prepared with no added salt. Many restaurants are becoming more accommodating to dietary restrictions. You can also check online menus for nutrition information before you go, allowing you to make an informed choice. Opt for simpler dishes and avoid highly processed sauces or dressings. Processed meats and deli meats. Now let's move on to a real, salty enemy: processed meats and deli meats. This category includes popular items like sausages, ham, bacon, salami, hot dogs, and packaged lunch meats. These products contain many times more sodium than a regular piece of fresh meat. Salt is used not only for flavor, giving them that distinct, often savory taste, but also critically for preservation, extending their shelf life, and for curing processes that prevent bacterial growth. Think about it. A small serving of just 2 slices of deli turkey or ham can pack over 500 to 600 milligrams of sodium. Studies show that in 100 grams of deli meats, there can be 10 to 11 times more salt than in an equivalent amount of natural, unprocessed meat. That's a huge difference for your cardiovascular system. Even lean or diet options, such as reduced fat deli ham or turkey bacon, can still contain a surprisingly high amount of sodium, so don't be fooled by their other healthy-sounding claims. My advice: your best bet is to prioritize cooking meat at home. This gives you full control over what goes into your meal. Choose fresh, unprocessed options like chicken breast, turkey, fish, or lean cuts of beef. Methods like baking, stewing, or grilling without adding salt will give you maximum flavor and minimum harm. Instead of relying on salty processed meats, season your fresh meats with a variety of herbs, spices, garlic, onion powder, or a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. These natural flavor enhancers can make your meals delicious and satisfying without the hidden dangers of excessive sodium, significantly supporting your blood pressure management. Canned foods, especially vegetables. The next item, which is often overlooked as a source of high sodium, is canned foods, especially vegetables. While convenient and shelf-stable, to preserve products longer, manufacturers add a significant amount of salt to canned goods. This isn't just about canned meats or fish. It's prevalent in seemingly innocent items like canned beans, corn, peas, and tomatoes. The brine or liquid that these vegetables are packed in is typically loaded with sodium, serving as both a preservative and a flavor enhancer. Even if you buy healthy, canned vegetables, they can still be a major source of hidden sodium if you're not careful. For example, a single cup of canned green beans can contain over 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium, a substantial amount towards your daily limit, especially for those managing hypertension. What to do? If at all possible, the ideal solution is to replace canned goods with fresh or frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are an excellent alternative because they retain most of their vitamins and minerals, are often picked at their peak ripeness, and crucially, they typically contain no added salt. They're just as convenient as canned in many recipes. However, if you do need to use canned goods, there's a simple, effective trick. Be sure to rinse the contents of the can under running warm water for several minutes. This simple step can significantly reduce the sodium content, often by up to 40% or more, helping you cut down on that hidden salt. Always check the labels for low sodium or no salt added versions when purchasing canned goods to make the healthiest choice. Hidden sodium sources and alternatives. Remember that salt isn't the only problem. Some foods, like salty snacks, chips, crackers, and pretzels, are obvious sources of sodium. But there are other hidden sources you might not even think about. Pre-made sauces and dressings, soy sauce, ketchup, barbecue sauce, mustard, mayonnaise, and especially many pre-made salad dressings. All of these can contain a lot of sodium. Always read those labels carefully. Even a single serving can surprise you. Certain dairy products, some types of cheese, especially processed cheese slices, cottage cheese, and certain hard cheeses, can have unexpectedly high sodium content. Dry soups and bouillon cubes. These are convenient for quick meals or adding flavor to dishes, but they are often true salt bombs, with extremely high sodium levels in a very small serving. What are the alternatives? Instead of relying on salt for flavor, embrace the world of herbs and spices. Garlic powder, not garlic salt. Onion powder, dried or fresh parsley, dill, basil, oregano, thyme, rosemary, paprika, turmeric, and black pepper. These are just a few examples of how you can add incredible depth and flavor to your dishes without using sodium. Lemon juice and various vinegars, like apple cider vinegar or balsamic vinegar, can also be excellent, bright flavor enhancers that add zest without salt. Don't be afraid to experiment with new tastes and combinations. Your taste buds will adapt over time, and you'll be surprised how delicious and satisfying low-salt food can be. It's an exciting culinary journey. What else is important? Besides controlling your salt intake, don't forget about other aspects of a healthy lifestyle that are crucial for managing blood pressure, especially as you get older. Adequate potassium intake. Potassium helps balance the effects of sodium in the body and relax blood vessel walls. It's abundant in fresh fruits like bananas, oranges, and avocados, and vegetables like spinach, sweet potatoes, and regular potatoes with the skin. Limiting sugar and processed carbohydrates. Diets high in added sugars, found in sodas, candies, and many processed foods, can also contribute to weight gain and inflammation, indirectly affecting blood pressure. Regular physical activity. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week, such as brisk walking, swimming, cycling, or dancing. Physical activity helps strengthen your heart, makes your blood vessels more flexible, and can lower your blood pressure over time. Maintaining a healthy weight. Excess weight puts additional strain on your heart and blood vessels. Even a modest weight loss can significantly improve blood pressure readings. Effective stress management. Chronic stress can lead to temporary spikes in blood pressure. Find healthy ways to relax and de-stress, whether it's through meditation, deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies, or connecting with loved ones. Quitting smoking and moderate alcohol consumption. Smoking severely damages blood vessels, increasing blood pressure and heart disease risk. Excessive alcohol consumption can also raise blood pressure. If you drink, do so in moderation, up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 for men. In summary, controlling your salt intake is truly a vital part of taking care of your heart and blood vessels, especially as we age. By replacing salty and processed foods with more natural alternatives and being highly mindful of the hidden sodium content in manufactured foods, you're making a powerful choice for your long-term health. Your body, and especially your blood pressure, will thank you. This isn't just about avoiding problems. It's an investment in your longevity and quality of life. After all, living a full, active, and disease-free life after 50, able to enjoy your family, hobbies, and independence, is the most valuable gift you can give yourself. Thanks for being with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to our Meaningful Living channel for more helpful tips, and share this video with friends and loved ones who might benefit from this important information. And in the comments, let us know which healthy, low-sodium swaps you've already discovered and love. Stay well, and see you in the next video.